Good evening, family. HoodMystic.com proudly presents This Week in Astrology. New moon in Sagittarius coming up December 18th. We're going to talk about it. So, energy. Energy is like electricity. So, if you had electricity in your home, you could do all this type of great shit like, heat up your food, refrigerate your food, wash your clothes, dry your clothes, watch TV, cut on the lights, and things of that nature. Now, if you have no appliance plugged up, then the sense of the electricity would be utterly useless. So when we have conversations based upon astrology or occult or metaphysics and things of that nature, the energy is there, but most people refuse to plug in or to tap into the energy. So just because you're not plugging up your refrigerator don't mean that electricity is bullshit or is pseudo. You actually have to engage with the energy. So everything that we're discussing today, if you're new to the discussion, is not, if you're not doing shit, how to make magic happen. It's if you already doing shit, how to incorporate the energy so you don't get hung up, or so how you can get prepared. So dealing with Sagittarius, it is all about energy towards propelling yourself towards a play. It is like a archer, bow and arrow, Ochosi and Orishas. So this is a time for you, if you are doing something to take your shit to the next level, really use the energy, really plug in and really tap in. If you ain't doing shit, the energy will not help you it won't help you do something great. You're just going to expand the lack of doing nothing. So this is for the doers. This is for the movers and the shakers and the people who are interested in dealing with the energy. So moving forward, we just want to look at this new moon as it is in the astrology. This will be around 1:30 a.m. Monday morning. So Sunday night going into Monday, we'll have a new moon at 26 degrees Sagittarius. It will be conjunct Saturn and Venus a little bit, and it will be trine Uranus. So we're going to get into what it being conjunct Saturn and trine Uranus is about, but I just want to give you a visual, and I want to continue to do this on a weekly basis. So I feel as though the more that you look at astrology charts and the more that you see the different placements and what they mean, you won't look at astrology chart as if some type of confusing thing and it just looks weird. But the more you look at them, the more comfortable you're at looking at them, so you can read your own natal chart and then begin to help your friends and the people close to you. So that's just basically what this is. So if you look at 26 degrees Sagittarius, you have the sun and the moon conjunct, meaning they're together. And so that is representing a new moon when the sun and the moon is conjunct at the same time. And then we want to look at the aspects at the time that the sun and the moon are conjunct, because the sun goes around this whole astrological map in 28 days. So the 28th day, or the first day, would represent the new moon, and it is the beginning of a cycle. And so we just always want to look at the transits that happen on the new moon and look at them on the full moon, particularly because this is the time that you want to begin to set your intentions, plant that seed. And so we want to revisit the intentions that we make around this time 28 days later and see how those things have grown. With this new moon, this is the beginning of an end to a cycle that is called Saturn and Sagittarius, which is like a point in time to where we should have learned and created a new identity based on what we've learned. Because the information that we've learned, if it doesn't change you, then you haven't learned anything. So how do you wear your consciousness? Do you do the love and hip hop thing, but on the inside you Erykah Badu? Or on the inside you love and hip hop, but you trying to be Erykah Badu because everybody around you is Erykah Badu? Or however you've interpreted this knowledge over this past 3 years, do you wear it? Do people see it on you? And that's a real thing that we're going to discuss here. So this new moon happens at 26 degrees Sagittarius. 26 degrees Sagittarius, according to the Esoterica blog, represents the Flagbearer. The Flagbearer is someone who openly promotes an idea or value and becomes the symbol for it. So we're all at the Olympics. I got the hood rats, the drug dealers, the prostitutes, or, what I'm saying, just the hood Olympics, the car thieves, the armed robbers, etc., etc. When it's time for the flag ceremony, it's only going to be one person that runs out with the flag. And that one person that runs out with the flag is going to represent that whole group. So when you step out in 2018, what are you promoting? What idea, what value are you promoting? Not just halfway, semi-quarter, you talk loud here and there, but are you able to be a symbol for what you're promoting? And see, this is what I'm talking about, how you plug into the energy. Because a lot of people want to deal with the energy, but they don't want to wear the energy. They don't want to actually engage the energy. They just want to intellectualize it and idealize it. Well, at hoodmystic.com, what we do every single week is that we take the abstract out of it. We make this shit real and tangible. And it's still abstract and it's still something that you think about, but I just want to make it just a little bit earthly and understandable for people, because it's not supposed to be deep. It's supposed to be digestible so you can begin to teach and talk to others about it so the information can spread. If I'm just giving you abstract and weird shit that make no sense, then how are you going to impart that knowledge to people? So back to 26 degrees Sagittarius, this flag bearer. What are you promoting? What values and ideas are you promoting? You can't be dressing Christian but repping the idea and consciousness, this Egyptian consciousness. And I don't know how it looks because I'm not inside your brain. I'm speaking more from a personal point of view when I say this, because I've learned a lot, yet I still represent or dress or feel or talk like, I'm just the same old me. I'm just the same old guy. Well, actually, I'm fucking not. And I really need to take it up a few notches. And if you feel like I feel, then you feel me. And if you don't, then you just don't know what I'm talking about. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire signs deal with action, direction, and the will. So, a new moon in Sagittarius, third decan. Last year we had a new moon in Sagittarius, and it was December 6th. It was December 9th December, like early December. This year it is going to be towards the end of the Sagittarius cycle. And this is key because this is a powerful time for you to embrace the new, embrace the direction that you're going. You do not embrace the nostalgia of the 90s and, motherfucking overalls or jumpers with one motherfucking side hanging off, like riding around bumping crisscross. Like, we don't do that. We worried about the direction to which where we're going, because we're going there no matter what. So tapping into the will, not just the individual, personal, egoic will, but the soul's will, what the soul wants your ass to do. Very important during this time to really uncover who you want to become and really shedding that skin, really embracing 2018 as a fucking new year. Like, this is probably one of the first times where we're out of this particular loop, because whether you know it or not, from 2011 to 2017 has just been the same year over and over again. It's really have been no changes or no breakthroughs. It's just been like iPhone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it has not been anything that makes you like scratch your head and be like, the world is changing. But get ready, because the world is definitely changing in our minds and actual landscape. Like I said, Sagittarius is a fire sign. Now, if you don't pay attention, even if you do pay attention to the news, you may not know that in California, it is being burnt the fuck down. Like, in Sagittarius, in a fire sign. And so that speaks to the changing of the landscape of not only the country, but the changing of the landscape of our minds. So what we look at California, how I used to look at California, that's a completely different place based upon the fires and the drought and things of that nature. So the world is changing, and you can live in like a world where you think that everything is good, but trust me, you just don't know. And so when the illusion finally reveals itself, you gonna act like you didn't know and you wasn't prepared and everything was real. But once you really fully understand that within us all is a checks and balance, so we don't have to worry about the checks and balances that happen on the external. The only checks and balance that we need to really work with is our own fucking checks and balance, and that represents in the astrological realm as Saturn. And so based upon doing what we need to fucking do, that is called discipline. And when we do that, we get rewarded. And that's how Saturn works. Now, say, for instance, we are not disciplined. Say, for instance, we don't do what we're supposed to do. Well, Saturn will tap that ass, and he will make it so that you do what you're supposed to do. And you are where you're supposed to be. And so to really be grounded in that energy for this new moon is very, very key. Because to transcend this time, you have to really understand that the negative things in your past were lessons to be learned and not negative emotions. And that is very key. That's key to the point to whereas you could use this information of your past to empower you, or you could use the information of your past to commit suicide. And it is happening. And you think that is not happening? You think people not depressed? They not depressed because they got a reason to be depressed. They're depressed because they do not know the truth. That life is to be learned, not to be expected. Some great shit to happen to you and you have not learned any lessons. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we got this whole new moon thing going, and we got Saturn on one side, Venus on the other side, and Venus just there to add balance to some crazy shit that's going on. So you might be going through a lot of shifts and changes, but you not, scratching your head about it. You got that comfort, and that's that Venus being there. But this new moon will be trying Uranus. So anytime we deal with Uranus, we are dealing with changes. And so to understand where these changes are coming, you have to know your natal history. You have to know your natal chart to know the houses. And it's perfect to know the time that you were born. So you can figure out your rising sign. So you figure out what planets these houses are in. Did I say that right? What houses these planets are in, so you could know where the changes are coming. This is why we discuss astrology. We don't discuss it to be vague and weird. We discuss it so we can know, oh shit, it's going to be a change in my love life. I felt that, I knew that, or it's going to be a change in my employment or my health even. You understand what I'm saying? So it's important to know what houses these planets and these constellations are going. You should have a tab or a link on your laptop or phone where you check your goddamn astrology or natal charts and your transits daily, weekly. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't, like, you can do that. Like, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking to pay for people to do your astrology the same way you shouldn't be looking for people to take a damn shower for you. Like, spirituality, metaphysics, occult, and things of that nature is it's all about concentration and focus. And so if you focused and concentrating on bullshit and fuckery, guess what your life is going to be? So finally, man, we are just going to address the Yoruba, Ifa, Voodoo aspect of the astrology. This is like my favorite part of the astrology, just incorporating the African spirituality into this movement. We want to take a look at Ochosi. Since we having a new moon in Sagittarius energy, if you couldn't understand it on the Western mundane definition, maybe you can understand it in the Eastern African spirituality tradition as Ochosi, the one who helps us attain our goals while maintaining an ethical and straight path through life. And ethical is on the inside. Your ethics is based upon you and you knowing what's right or wrong. And so if you trust in yourself and doing the things that you need to do and clearing and going and doing the things, so like Ochosi and Ogun, they work together as a tandem. Ogun has the machete. He clears the way. He is the Mars energy. Ochosi is the person that is shooting the animals or actually doing the hunting. And Ochosi and Ogun need each other because Ogun creates the environment or the vantage point for Ochosi to see the prey for which to kill. And so that is symbolic language of saying that your Ogun is necessary for you to have an environment or a space to then be in a place to create your goals. Sometimes we don't, sometimes we just living on somebody's couch, or sometimes we homeless, or sometimes we just in an unstable environment to where we can't even begin to think about no spiritual shit. So that's when you incorporate that Ogun to clear out all of the obstacles and things that may be in your way so you can get a clear view. And once you get a clear view, you start to implement that Ochosi energy in your life so you can start to attain those goals from a particular point where you have comfort or stability to where you can start to project, or you can start to like eat a healthy meal and really seize the day. And this is what this Ochosi energy is about. It's really about attaining your goals. So remember, attaining your goals. In order to attain your goals, you gotta first have some fucking goals first. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say? Like, a lot of people want shit to happen, but they don't got no point A to point B. So it's very important that you understand your natal chart and really understand the different areas to which these transits happening so you can know. Or else you could wake up and feel like you don't know what's going on and just be like, whatever happens, happens, on this channel, we don't live like that. We are really serious about creating our reality. Mainly because I have children, so I can't be the type of person that's just like, well, I don't know. Anything can happen today. I hope somebody give me some money. I hope somebody bless me. Like, I'm not that type of person. So hopefully we can get to a point where we are creating our reality and we are using the energy to create our reality, and we're just not, happy with not knowing, happy with living in this illusion. So yeah, man, the new moon in Sagittarius next Monday, December 18th. It happens 2 days before and 2 days after it, so you could be feeling the effects of this new moon as early as Friday. Changes, rewards, and disciplines. So if you've been doing what you've been supposed to be doing, you'll be rewarded for it. If you haven't, then you probably going to be in a situation where you're going to be scratching your head. And it's not to say what you should or shouldn't be doing, because your ass know what you should or shouldn't be doing. So it's up to you to do it or not, and to deal with it and live with it. But that's really it, man. This week in astrology is concluded. Make sure you check out the blog, read the article, and just look back into it probably a week from now. If you gain something from this, be sure to share it and just let people know that, this energy and this information is out here, but it's important for us to plug into the information. We cannot just be happy that we got electricity in our house. Having electricity don't mean shit. You have to plug into it. You have to use it. You have to utilize it. You have to function with it and understand it. And you have to be able to study and concentrate and focus on things other than the shit that you just like. You have to expand yourself and deal with new information. Or not. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing. Stay black and die. I remember somebody told me that's all you had to do. So with that being said, man, it's the Hood Mystic. I'm signing out. I wish you guys to have peace and calm for the rest of this night. And I see y'all the next time we speak. Peace.